Hi everybody, welcome to yet another episode of HSP TV. Today is already the 26th episode, and today I want to talk to you about passion and fulfillment, because in my practice and also with myself when I was younger, I noticed that this is a really big issue for many highly sensitive people, so I want to address it today in today's episode. If you're watching this live, type in your name or wave at me. I'll give you a shout out because I always love to know who is watching today. And if you have any questions regarding the topic that I'm talking about, or maybe even a different kind of question, ask them to me live here in the broadcast or email them to me whenever you have a different question that you feel is not appropriate for this subject. Hi Tinka, nice of you to join. So today's topic is passion and fulfillment. Passion and your sense of purpose in life is that thing that you would love to do for free every day again. And the operative word is that you would love to do, not that you actually do it, but what would you love to do for free every day? Because that is your passion and that is your sense of fulfillment. It starts by setting your intentions towards the universe. Discovering what is your passion, what is your purpose, if you don't know it yet, is a very important step for a highly sensitive person. Because for us, being connected to your passion and being appreciated for who you are and the work that you are doing is so much more important than the amount of salary that you receive from your boss or the amount of money that you make in your own company, for that matter. So it is really a key essential part of us to want to be connected to our passion, to have a sense of this is what I am doing it for, because that is the question that I most often encounter in my practice. The question of, is this it? I see so many people in my practice that have a loving partner, they have a beautiful house, they maybe have children or pets that they love dearly, and they even have a good job by normal standards. But they keep feeling that internal nagging, in a bit of your stomach feeling that asks you, is this really it? Is this all that there is? And that is usually because you are not connected to your passion. You are not living your purpose yet. So it is really important for us to find that passion. There are a couple of ways in which you can do that. One of the ones I like best is going back to your childhood and just remember, what was it that you liked to do as a child? What were the things that you loved to do that made you smile, that gave you energy, that made you want to go out and do it? And for a lot of us sensitive people, that can be creative subjects like drawing or painting or photography, for instance. But it can also be sports, basketball, volleyball, football, or it can be climbing in trees, making something with paper, for instance. I used to love doing origami when I was younger. It can also be expression of expressive things like dancing, singing. But it's important that you go and find what those things were for you. What did you really love to do when you were a child? And then start doing them now as an adult. Just try them out again and see if you still feel a passion for those things. And if you do, if you still feel the passion for singing, for instance, or dancing, or maybe football, then find out how you can turn that into a profit. And it can be that you might go and coach a soccer team, if football was your passion. And then you have a job that really fulfills your sense of purpose and that connects with your passion. And you will love every second of the job that you're doing. And that's how you can transform it if you go back to the things that you loved to do as a child. Another way is to go and find yourself an idol. And it doesn't have to be somebody that is really famous. It doesn't have to be Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or Lady Gaga or somebody important or famous. It can also be your mother, for instance, or maybe a teacher that really inspired you. Maybe you had a history teacher that made you love history so much that you really felt a passion for it. And then you can find out what the things are that made that person so inspiring to you, and what about them it was that really ignited your passion. And then you can try and see if you can create that passion for yourself. Also, it can be that maybe you also want to become a history teacher, but that's not for everybody. It can also be that you just want to study history, or that you want to write a book or about the Second World War or something else from history that nobody has written yet about yet. It can be anything, but it starts with finding the things that make your heart beat faster, that give you that ear to ear grin on your face. It's that thing that you would love to do for free every single day again. So what is that for you? What is the thing that you would love to do every single day again for free if you had the chance? And then start doing it in your life. Start doing it as your hobby. It can be that you are very passionate about cooking. Then start cooking. Start trying different recipes. Make yourself better at cooking. Make it so that you are in a position that you can freelance on the recipes, that you can start to create your own recipes, and then invite friends and family over to cook for them and to blow them away with your new thoughts and your new recipes, and build up your courage, build up your confidence in your cooking, in your skills, and then maybe enter one of those cooking shows where you can win your own restaurant, for instance, or just have the guts to start your own restaurant. Or if you think that's too scary, first start working as a top chef in a restaurant, or maybe that's too high to start with, a low chef, and work your way up. But it's important to find that passion, that thing that really ignites you, that really gets you going, the thing that you could talk about for hours when you're at a birthday party, for instance. Those are the things that connect to your passion. There was something else I wanted to tell, and right now I've lost my train of thought. It happens, live TV. I cannot cut it out, so I'll just continue with another part. I'll explain to you about fulfillment. And that was the other part. It was passion and fulfillment. And fulfillment are the things that give you a sense of purpose, a sense of making a difference in the world. And like I said before, this is one of the most important things for us highly sensitive people, to feel that we are making a difference in the world, to feel that we are contributing to making the world a better place. Many people think that fulfillment is when you finally are able to buy the car of your dreams, or when you're finally able to build the house or buy the house of your dreams, or when you finally have that partner you've been longing for, or when you finally have the 2.1 kids, white picket fence, and a dog that you always thought would make you feel like you had everything. But like I told you before, usually for us highly sensitive people, feeling fulfilled isn't in those types of things. It's not about what car you drive, how much money you make, what house you live in, or all the other material things that you have. For us to really feel fulfilled is to connect to our passion, to really do something that makes us shine, that makes us talk for hours and not shut up, for instance. And that is the big reason why I changed from working for a boss to owning now my own company. And there were a lot of people in my vicinity, in my surroundings, that didn't understand that move, because at the time I was working for one of the most respected IT firms here in Holland. I was making a top salary. I could do anything I want. I had money to burn, but I wasn't happy. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel like I was making a difference. I felt like I was walking on my toes constantly, and it was draining the life and the energy out of me. And I see this so often with so many highly sensitive people, and that's why I made the interview series with the highly sensitive entrepreneurs that made the switch from employment to entrepreneurship, for instance. So if you haven't watched them, go to my website and register for the free interviews with the highly sensitive entrepreneurs that I did last year. They're really, really inspiring. But that was also the problem for me. I thought, is this it? Is this really everything there is in life? And I was not feeling satisfied. I was not feeling happy in what I was doing. And then came a time of contemplation, of thinking, okay, but if I don't want to do this, then what is it that I want to do? What else can I do? And I started to brainstorm. I also made a list of all the things that made me happy, or I made a list about my values that I have, the things that I find important in life. That's also something you can do. Make a list of your values, of the things that you find important, because that will also help point you in the direction of your passion. And for me, I found out that being appreciated for what I do is a very big motivator for me. And then I started to think, okay, so what can I do that gives me that feeling? And I talked about it with a lot of friends, and I brainstormed, and I Googled the internet, and I did all kinds of stuff. And then I found out how great it would be if I could actually help people with the problems that they are facing in such a way that they overcome those problems and can go on their way, achieve what they want to achieve, feel better in their skin, feel happy, unconditionally love and accept themselves, all those types of things. And I thought, yes, the more I thought about it, the more it felt like warmth in my chest, and I felt the sparkle, and I felt the energy of wanting to know more about this feeling, about this train of thought. And I Googled it more, and I talked some more with more people, and then I found out by talking to my acupuncturist, actually, because that was also how I started as an acupuncturist. I discovered that I really loved what she was doing, because I came to her with very severe migraines, and she helped me to overcome them. And they had been a big negative part in my life, and not having them anymore, it was worth so much to me. So I was so incredibly grateful to her for what she did for me. And I thought, how awesome would it be if I could do the same for other people? How awesome would it be if I could help people overcome migraines, or get out of a burnout, or I am unable to think of more examples at this moment, but I think you get my drift. How awesome would it be if I could actually help people and they would love me for being able to help them? And that's how it started. Hi Sander, nice of you to join. That's how it started for me. And from there, I started to look at, how can I do that? How can I change my life? How can I do something that gives me that type of fulfillment? Because that to me was fulfillment. And then I thought, I want to be an acupuncturist as well. And I talked to my own acupuncturist about it, if she saw me doing that, and she was really enthusiastic. And from there, I did a preview study to find out if I actually liked the matter, the subject, and everything that's surrounding it. And I think for the very first time in my life, I loved going to school. And I absolutely loved doing my homework. I didn't know what was the matter with me at that time, because I always hated school and I didn't really have to do anything about my homework. So this was an entirely new but really good experience for me, to be wanting to go to school and wanting to do my homework. And that were the first signs to me that I was on the right track, that I had found my passion, that I had found my purpose. And from there on, it just grew. Besides being an acupuncturist, a licensed acupuncturist, I also am a licensed coach in nature. And I also love that part of my business because I love being in nature and I love the effects that I see it have on the people that come to me. And I also love that I am now able to combine those two in my company to be in balance, to help highly sensitive people overcome or avoid their burnout. And with the coaching, I can work on the mind, and with the acupuncture, I can work on the body and the fatigue and on all the other things that are out of balance. And for me, this is a match made in heaven. This is my passion. This is my purpose. I could talk to you guys for hours about this, but I'm going to stop here because we don't have much time. But I think you get my drift. I think you can see what it means and how it feels and how it looks when you find your passion, when you're connected to it. So that's what I want to ask of you today. Go and find your passion. Answer this one very important question. What is it that you could do every day for free? Answer first that question, and then start doing it as a hobby. Start talking to many people. Start forming ideas about how you can make a profit from that hobby, how you can turn it into a profession or maybe even your own company. Thank you for watching today. I hope I got to inspire you today to find your passion, to find your purpose, and to really feel fulfilled once you do. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again next week, 5:30 Amsterdam time, live both on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Bye.